Hey there guys, hey there Drifter. Welcome to my intro video for Gamer Fitness. My name is Bruno Schechter. I am from Brazil, São Paulo. I study naval engineering and I'm 24. My Gamer Fitness actually started way back then, in January. Yeah, I think it was January. I started walking on the treadmill, and ever since then I've started walking longer, running. I also went through a very rigid diet, and in these 10-11 months I have lost 35 kilos almost. I started at 107 kilos. I am at 73-ish today. Uh, my my motivation for that was a talk with my grandfather. Uh, my father has had health issues ever since his 30s, mostly due to his heart. He has arrhythmia, and in his 40s he also got diabetes. And I had a talk with my grandfather, and he was trying to convince me to lose weight. He was like, "Oh," and he was trying to convince me to lose weight, and I was like, "Ah, nah, don't have a problem with my weight. I'm fine the way I am. I don't have any need to start exercising or whatever." And he was like, "Oh, you really don't have any need to lose weight? Oh, come on. Just look at your father. Look at your father. He has arrhythmia ever since he was 30, 33 or whatever. And he's got diabetes in his 40s. And I am 80 and I don't have diabetes. I don't have any kind of heart disease or any kind of disease at all. I don't have high blood pressure or whatever. The only thing I have is because I smoked back then." And that was a shock for me. It was like that slap to the face. He made me open my eyes to what was at stake. Uh, I was trailing down the same path as my father did when he was my age, and I was actually fatter than he was at my age. My father had just started a diet, something he learned with his boss. His boss lost like 15-ish kilos in very little time. He had lost about that same amount of weight, and he had started it. He was all excited for losing so much weight so fast, and he was actually getting lighter than me. I was at 107, he was 110-ish, something like that. He was almost lighter than me. He actually got lighter than me before I started the diet. I started the diet in March, a little after, because I had to went through a bunch of blood tests, kind of these many kind of tests to check if I could take the diet. And when I took those tests, things got even more alarming. My blood test came, and I had high insulin, I had high cholesterol, I had high just about everything you can think of, and and that really got me scared of what could happen to me if still if I still follow the way of life that I was living. And that motivated me, and I started a diet. I was already exercising when those blood tests came on, and nowadays I can say that my blood tests are fine. They're a little bit of anemia, and but I'm working on that too. and nowadays I am very healthy and I've reached many of my goals and I have still goals to go. Yeah, my first goal was to normalize my blood test, which fortunately happened quite quick. Then my second goal was to run 10 kilometers. I almost entered gaming fitness season 2, uh, but I was kind of in a rush with the university and all. And now I'm entering for season 3, which is much better because the price is a lot better. And uh, my current goal, which is to be achieved at the end of the year, is to run 15 kilometers. Yeah, to that distance that almost killed me. Well, let's turn it up a notch. Put it on like 50% more. It's fine. There's a big race that happens here in Brazil. It's called São Silvestre. It's a 15-kilometer race every December 31st. I plan on participating and completing the race. I don't really have a time goal, at least not right now. I'm not sure how long it'll take me. But the 10 kilometers run that I did back in August, September, I don't quite remember. I think it was August. Yeah, I think it was August. I did it in 1 hour 7 minutes, which is quite a good time for a guy that could barely run a 1 kilometer 6 months before. And now I'm training for the San Silvestre, which is a 15 kilometers race. And yeah, that's my goal. That's my goal for gamer fitness. My current training is completely based on heart rate. My trainer sends me the training schedule for the following 2 weeks, and it's daily. I train every day except Saturdays. That's when I rest, and even then I train kendo on Saturdays. Uh, and it works like this. I have this polar. See, this polar heart rate monitor and watch, just barely, just as a watch too, and it monitors my heart rate when I am running, so that I can keep the pace that he wants me to keep for as long as he wants to keep, and works like this. I have this thing. I strap that to my chest. I put this thingy here on the strap, put it on my chest, under the shirt, like there. But under the shirt, of course, and take that off. And it shows the heart rate here, and that's how I do my training. He goes like, "Oh, do it like 40 minutes, 150 BPM on today, and then tomorrow do 50 meters, 140 BPM, and so on." That's how it's going right now. I remember that I started when I started my rest BPM, which is the heart rate when I am sitting or laying down. It used to be something like 80 or even more, almost 90, and right now it's about a 55, 40. I'm actually gonna measure it right now. Give me a minute while I'm talking here, and we'll see. It used to be 80ish or almost 90, and right now it's more like 50. It's something that significantly improved. If you think about a car, or something like that. It's like I've reduced my idle speed by half, and because of that, I'm consuming a lot less fuel. Thinking about fuel as how many times my heart will beat throughout my whole life. Now let's see. Uh, yes. All right. It's not working. No, almost. Yeah. Let's let it stabilize. Yeah. 59 right now. 8. You guys see it? 63. Yeah, what? Yeah, it's always around like that, around 60. Let me stop that. Yeah, it's usually around 60, and this shows how much I've improved. Like it's almost like I had reduced my idle speed to by two thirds of what it used to be. Yeah, yeah, sorry, fine. Uh, now, on my videos, I will talk about more in depth of my trajectory on my diet and how I lost weight, how I used to be, and how I am right now. Uh, how each thing worked, how my diet worked, how my training works. I will of course post footage of my training, something I've done on the week, something random, something that I've done. Because it's probably kind of boring to see a guy run for 50, 60 minutes. I find it boring. I don't like watching races on TV. So far, I think that's kind of how my videos will be. I will try to post them weekly or something. And yeah, I guess that's it. Oh yes, of course, gaming. Uh, it's called gamer fitness for a reason. We have to be gamers. We have to improve ourselves by with fitness. So I am a gamer just for I've been a gamer just as long as I can remember, ever since I was like 6 or something. I was a big fan of Star Wars games when I was young. I had Dark Forces and Rebel Assault. Those were probably the first two games I remember playing. I had this Toy Story game too. I started my gaming life in the PC, and then I got a Nintendo 64, and then 64 I got it with Mario and another Star Wars game called Shadows of the Empire. I am still a big fan of Star Wars right now. Then I got a Super Nintendo. Yes, I got a Super Nintendo after Nintendo 64. How hardcore is that? After that, I got a PlayStation 1, and then a GameCube, and a Wii, and finally a PS3. As you can see, I've always been a Nintendo guy. I'm very fan of their games. Probably right now, my favorite genres are Japanese RPGs and racing games. I'm a very big fan of racing as well. And I like FPSs too. I got into Black Ops this year. I played every Call of Duty since Modern Warfare, except for Modern Warfare 3. And every time on the PC, Black Ops 2, I got it for the PS3, and was the first one I actually played multiplayer. I like FPSs, but I'm not generally very good at them. My strengths, I guess, are the racing games. Unfortunately, my racing wheel broke, and I cannot show it to you guys. Uh, yeah, right now I am playing Tales of Exilia on the PS3. I am also playing from time to time a massively multiplayer online RPG and MMO called The Old Republic on the PC, but not too often. And of course, as rushed as our routine is, it's kind of hard to find time to play. I haven't, of course, played as much as I have played before, but I try to play at least every weekend. My PS3 normally stays in my hometown in Santos. I live in São Paulo, but my hometown is Santos. I've lived there my whole life. I was born in São Paulo, but I lived my whole life in Santos. But I spend the whole week in São Paulo because of university, and I return every weekend to Santos. It's close by. It's like 30, 40 miles, something like that, from São Paulo. And I go back home, and my PS3 generally stays there. But although it's actually with me right now, because I had to stay for a few weekends here in São Paulo, it's right here. Oh crap. Yeah, it's right here. It's with my headphone too. Yeah, see the PS3 here. The Slim model. It came with a 160 gigabyte hard drive, but I swapped it for 500 gigs because 160 gigs is just too little. At least for today. Every day I was playing Battlefield, and it was like, oh, you want to play Battlefield? You gotta update your game. It is 1.73 gigabyte update, and I was like, great. And because of those updates, mostly, I didn't buy many games online. Only Mortal Kombat. And that thing filled up 160 gigabytes. This one, Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo is another one that had multiple gigabytes updates. Even Black Ops 2, and that filled my hard disk quite quickly. I had to upgrade it. And well, that's that. Just to show how much of a gaming enthusiast I am, I told you guys that I was playing Tales of Exilia. For this game, it's the first time I did it. I bought the collector's edition, which came with this. Hold on a minute. This Mila figure. Mila is the main character of the game. She's right here. I can't keep it just under that ship. Right there. Oh, as you can see, I think you can see it is my bicycle helmet. I love cycling too. I used to ride a bicycle a lot when I was 15, 16ish, but then I got my driving license at 18 here in Brazil. The driving age is 18. When being a very big fan of cars, like I said, the day I got 18, I woke up early. I got into the driving school as soon as it opened to start getting my license. And ever since I got my license, I had never really rode a bike until this year. And I sometimes go to the university riding a bike. It's about 10 kilometers from here. It's a very easy ride. There's a cycling road that goes almost to the university. It's very fine. It's fine. I don't really go into traffic. I'm kind of scared of traffic when I'm riding my bike. I'll do a few videos with the bike later. I'm very proud of it. My dad built it for me, bought it used with another parts, and it's awesome. Uh, he made it, and really, it's the best bike I've ever ridden. And I've beaten all those specialized Merida bicycles that costs like 10 bikes, 10 or 10 times what my bike costs, and that's really awesome for me. Well, I'll see you guys on my next video. This one is already 20 minutes long. It's a bit too much. Okay, guys, see you then. See you on my next video. I hope you guys enjoy it, and that's it. Thank you very much.